everyone, and welcome to Mystery Blending Halloween Edition. I'm Cassie.
I'm Dana.
And this is Francis.
The intern.
He's our intern.
So unlike typical mystery blending, we have a bunch of fall, autumnal, spooky scents right here in this cauldron. Some tricks, some treats. We're going to go ahead and pull some out and kind of just talk about what would be good for the Halloween season. You want to go?
Okay. All right, I'll go.
All right. Oh, look.
One of my faves, Lavender Embers.
I am terrified of this scent.
This fragrance, she's special. We do have this note on its product page, but it is super important to not judge this fragrance solely out of the bottle, because out of the bottle, she's very strong and very smoky. But in wax, it really, really mellows. You get beautiful lavender with just a touch of that really interesting smokiness.
Two things I will say about Lavender Embers. Two nice things I will say about Lavender Embers is that, one, it is probably, in my opinion, the strongest scent that we have currently. Just in my opinion.
I don't know. I think Petrichor gives it a run for its money.
Excellent point. Excellent point. Those two. But Lavender Embers to me is, when anybody asks, what is your strongest fragrance oil? I will always say Lavender Embers. That doesn't mean you'll like it, but it does mean that it is very strong. It throws beautifully.
Yes.
And if you like it, you will really like it. And the other thing is, it's hard to blend with.
It is hard to blend with, but I think we can come up with a couple things.
What would you blend with Lavender Embers to make it good for the spooky season? Which I think on its own is already good.
Yeah, on its own, it's already perfect for that. But let's see. I would do a couple options. Perhaps if I want to make it more floral, bring out those like nice floral lavender aspects without taking away from the spookiness. Maybe black violet and saffron. Perhaps oak moss and amber even.
That's interesting.
Because there is some lavender notes. There are some lavender notes in oak moss and amber that I think would complement this one really well. Or Palo Santo and sandalwood.
That is really nice. I have smelled that before.
Yeah.
That is a good one. And if Lavender Embers is a little bit too much for you, you can always add a little bit more lavender to kind of soften it a bit. But this to me is a very
mysterious
scent.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something definitely spooky, atmospheric, for sure.
Just like creepy vibes.
Yeah. In a good way.
In a good way.
Lavender Embers. Excellent choice.
Yeah. Love it.
What do you got for us next, Francis?
Oh.
The name alone.
Oh, yeah.
Midnight Blackberry.
Sounds very mysterious.
Oh, yeah. It's sparkly.
Yeah.
It has kind of like an effervescence, some sugar, but it is a very dark, rich fruit.
Yeah, dark fruit.
Like poison apple-y type, dark woods, blackberry bushes.
Yeah.
Midnight Blackberry is just a really, really good name.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would blend with it.
Maybe you would want to tone down some of the fruitiness a little bit. Maybe bring in some more like haunted forest vibes, haunted blackberry patch, perhaps.
Okay, it's giving Rapunzel.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
I'm with you. Thinking maybe even something like saffron cedarwood, like something dry and woody to kind of counterbalance that fruitiness.
Yeah.
Mountain Mist.
Mountain Mist might be nice. There is some fruitiness in Mountain Mist. It might complement it well.
Haunted Orchard then, kind of that feel.
Redwoods and moss maybe?
Yes. Okay, now it's giving Hansel and Gretel. You're lost in the woods.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to make it sweeter, you absolutely could. Something like pink sugar crystals, something with kind of a heavy sugar note.
Yeah.
So this could be like the treat portion of the trick or treat.
Yeah. All right, Francis, what do you have for me?
Let's see.
Smoked oud.
An underrated scent.
So underrated. One of my absolute favorites for blending.
Criminally underrated.
Criminally underrated. Yeah, I think a lot of times the smokier scents might trip people up just because out of the bottle they do tend to be strong on those smoky notes, but that doesn't come through as much when you put it in wax. It just more adds a really interesting background, like atmospheric smokiness.
100%. And this is a really rich kind of smokiness. It's not overpowering in my opinion, but there is some really interesting things in there. A little bit of like incense notes, some smoke, some amber, some musk.
Woodiness. Yeah, it's really great.
One of my favorite name suggestions for this is Black Ember. Just saying. Fireside frankincense. There's some good suggestions.
Ooh, I love that.
For this one. But what would you blend it with?
All right, might sound a little out there, but I think campfire marshmallow.
Okay.
Scary stories by the fireplace, you know? Like, campfire marshmallow already has a little bit of that toasty smokiness. And I think if you want to bring that out more and kind of tone down the sweetness a little bit, that would be a really good option.
I have high hopes for this.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be more of like sitting around a campfire in like nice toasty blankets.
Yeah, you're smelling the marshmallows and like hopefully you're getting them nice and burned, which is the correct way to eat toasted
100%.
marshmallows.
Vanilla scents could work.
Oh, yeah,
with
absolutely
smoked oud
vanilla
as well.
scents. Velvet vanilla,
That'd be really nice.
smoked vanilla.
Santal and coconut, perhaps.
That's one of those ones where it's like it's either going to be really good or really bad.
Yeah, I'd have to double check that one.
Yeah,
but
I'd have to verify.
I think it works.
Okay.
But smoked oud, try it.
Yeah, blend with it.
Next up, Autumn Glow.
Yeah, kind of a no-brainer, honestly.
It does not get more autumnal. This is one of our newer scents, perfect for this time of year, coming into the fall. It's very pleasant, very autumnal, has some like spices like cloves, cinnamon.
Yeah.
Just not heavy on them.
Yeah, it has some outdoorsiness to it.
Yeah, not too much.
A little apple.
It's kind of everything you would expect for fall.
Yeah, I like adding a little bit more apple just to like really lean into that fall, just like homey sort of vibe.
It could be such a classic scent. So, I mean, Macintosh apple, apple harvest.
Apples and maple bourbon.
Probably the best option.
Yeah.
Consistently a fall bestseller.
Yeah, I mean,
around here.
It's so good.
So if you've used apples and maple bourbon in the past, you want to spice things up a little bit, add some Autumn Glow.
Maybe even a pumpkin scent as well if you want to do like a pumpkin patch type situation.
And this would be a good scent for anything like cozy, like sweater weather, you know, like anything like that. Fall vibes, Autumn Glow.
Yeah. I'm just going to pick this one because I don't want to leave it to chance and I want to make sure we talk about it because it is maybe the king of spooky season scents.
I think I know what you're looking for.
Yeah. What is it? It's Petrichor. Petrichor.
If you've been waiting to try Petrichor, Halloween is the time.
Yes. If you're scared by some of the reviews,
You should be.
good. That means it's perfect for Halloween.
I love this scent.
I love it
It
too.
is so true to life. It is so strong. You only need a little bit, but you can do anything from like After the Rain to Freshly Dug Grave.
I love freshly dug graveyard dirt.
100% graveyard.
Yeah,
dirt.
it really is.
And according to our reviews, it has been meteorologist approved. So
It has been.
very true to
So
life.
accurate.
This is so atmospheric.
It's
it is
so
spooky. It is so dark and creepy.
Yeah, it's definitely not something most people are going to want to burn in their houses all year round because, you know, it's, like we said, it's graveyard dirt vibes. But if you want to set the scene for Halloween, you're having like a creepy party, it would be so nice for that. And it's so strong. It's unbelievable. I've done Petrichor in a blend at 5%, and it was still the star of the show. It was a lot. It just took over.
I had to remove the wax melts you gave me with Petrichor because they were starting to scent my entire home.
Yeah.
Which I wanted at the time, but it was time to switch scents.
Other people who live in the house might object. Yeah.
Use it the right way, and it is
Yes.
beautiful.
And as a blender, it is just one of the best. One of the very best.
One of my favorites, you might like it too, is blending it with something salty.
Yes.
Sea mist, perhaps. It's getting like seaside cliffs.
Yeah.
Walking
High tide.
the moors. Very spooky. Maybe even rainwater. Add more.
Maybe, yeah.
It's a little powdery.
Yeah, a
but
little floral.
could be nice.
Oak moss and amber. That's one that I have done before many times, and it's really good.
Those are two just absolute powerhouses.
Yeah. I mean, redwoods and moss, any foresty, woodsy scent, you want to add just a touch of Petrichor to tone up the earthiness and kind of that just really nice dirtiness.
Yeah.
it would be great.
It is. It's nice dirt.
Yeah.
It's the nicest dirt. Not for the faint of heart.
No, that in mind.
Where are brave souls at? What is your, or one of your, favorite kind of spooky Halloween scents?
Well, I did already talk about some of my other favorites, but one we haven't mentioned yet is kind of, might seem like a weird choice, but that is Moonflower Nectar.
I love that name.
The name is amazing, number one. And number two, it just has those like dark, you know, ill met by moonlight kind of vibes. I just quoted Shakespeare, so I hope you all appreciate that.
It is. It's very like night blooming flower, secret garden.
Yeah. Illicit meeting of two lovers in a haunted flower garden.
It is. It's flowing gowns down the steps into the garden.
Yeah, gauzy. We've been reading too much like fairy fiction, so I think this is kind of coloring this a little bit,
but it's not inaccurate. It's very literary. And you know what? I think there could be a theme there in like haunted estate, you know, gothic manor, moonlight.
Ooh, Jane Eyre.
Yes. Lavender Embers, Moonflower Nectar, Rose and Oud. Just saying.
I'm very into that right now.
There you go. You could also alternatively do something like a poisonous flower line.
Oh, yeah. Poison flowers.
Something herbal, things like that.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have a favorite?
I do, absolutely. And it's the same every year. I'm sorry to be so predictable. It is black currant absinthe. 100%
Such
hands down.
Yeah. Classic Halloween.
And I did not like that scent when I first smelled it.
Really?
Did not like it out of the bottle. Not for me. And then I made a few candles with them. And it's become my absolute fall favorite. It is so spooky, so mysterious, kind of like black magic. It's a little sensual, dare I say?
Oh, it definitely is.
That would be kind of my favorite transition into fall. That's when I know. You have your classic pumpkins, of course.
Yeah.
You know, that's to be expected.
Black currant absinthe is such a good like poison apple fragrance. You could even add a little more Macintosh apple perhaps to up the fruitiness a bit.
Adding some fireside to pretty much everything never hurts.
Never.
Those are our suggestions for some spooky fragrances and blends, but we want to know what y'all are making.
Yes. If you have spooky scent ideas, please let us know because that is something we are looking for all year round.
Yes. Please tag us in your creations, write in with some suggestions or anything you want us to try, and we would love to.
Yes, absolutely. Happy spooky season to all, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. What's wrong with us?